Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. We have breaking news to start the video today, guys, because not only are we expecting the Max 86 Hero SBC pack today on Wednesday, but we have 2,000 FC points from the second installment of our 6,000 total FC points from pre-ordering the Ultimate Edition of FC 26 given out early by EA. In fact, 2 weeks early. And now the question is, what do we spend these points on since EA gave them out early? Guys, the market is going to be a madness because of this today. And all things considered, with how the market's been dropping, the hero pack coming today, and now these FC points, I actually think today might be a decent time to buy. We're going to talk about that because I think prices are low. They might go a little lower, but I think after today, they're going to go up, and we're going to want to get involved at least before division rivals and heading into Friday. Let's talk about that today, guys, and also how EA tweeted that they're working to fix the kickoff glitch, which is something that they've kind of tried to fix in the past, but it's been a problem for years and years in this game, and it's definitely evident this year as well. That's a crazy tweet that we got to talk about and more in today's video. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, as we do, we'll start with yesterday's content on Tuesday in SBCs. 2 small things to discuss here. First, a Squad Foundations Jack Hendry Saudi League center back SBC. Things to note: he's 6'5". He is lengthy, and he actually has some decent defending and physical stats. So if you're ever going to build a Saudi League team, this might be a decent card. He's got block, long ball, and aerial with Defender Plus, and he's only 83 rated, and he's literally 8,000 coins to do. 280 rated squads. That's super cheap. If that's of interest to you, get that one done with some extra fodder, and it's out for 20 days. You got plenty of time. The other SBC is a little more interesting. It's the 83 plus upgrade pack, which, of course, this time, unlike last time, we can do every 2 days. We'll be able to do this again on Thursday, which is nice. It's simply an 81 rated squad, making it also very cheap as a 4,000 coin SBC, and basically an SBC you're doing for the chance of packing a walkout. I have not had such luck from these packs, but of course, we stay trying. So that was SBC content yesterday. Not a whole lot. Going to Evolutions, we had not a whole lot of content either, but it was another one of those Evos that doesn't boost the overall rating, but boosts the stat on the card. And we've had passing, we've had shooting, we've had dribbling and defense, but we haven't had physical yet, and that's what we got yesterday. The Iron Will Evo gives you +1 physical to a max 82 rated card. It's not repeatable twice like some of the other Evos were. Not sure why, but now in terms of these Evos here, this kind of like, status quo of not upgrading the overall rating, but increasing a stat 1 or 2. We haven't had pace yet. Is that one going to cost more than 10,000 coins per stat like Passing Prodigy did? We're going to have to see. That's the last one that we're waiting. We'll see if EA gives us that evolution. Now, the rest of the content yesterday can be found in Objectives and, of course, the store. But in Objectives, this is worth noting. If you're going to play gameplay at all today, it's a great time to be playing Rush because the Flash Rush event expires today at content, but the new weekly Rush points reset, and it's double Rush points in this Slow Down, Calm, Collected Flash Rush mode. So I got to play some Rush today. I got to play 5. We got to win 3. I'll easily get 40,000 points from playing 5. You should actually get about 10. I think if it's doubled points, you should get around 10,000 Rush points per game. So it hopefully will take you only 5 to 6 to 7 games if you win those to get this whole weekly Rush event done, which is some nice packs, of course. Kind of take advantage of that double Rush point situation in that mode. Of course, yesterday, speaking of Objectives, was another day of the gauntlets. I was again not able to get 3 in a row wins. It was harder for me yesterday. I actually only won 1 game. A lot of people getting kudos and completing this objective in total. We've got 2 more days to do this. And since we're here in Objectives, we may as well talk about this. The Challengers, which is again the second tier of Foot Champs competition on the weekends. The rewards are in Objectives, which is really interesting because you would think that the rewards for that mode would be inside of, like the Foot Champs or the Challenger section of the game like Foot Champs rewards are, but instead they're here in Objectives. And at first, when EA dropped these rewards yesterday, they were too good. They were messed up, but winning 5 matches in Challengers gets you to win 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 rewards. Again, if you take a look at these Challengers rewards here, you're getting like a 75 by 5 pack, a couple of 75 plus picks, a couple of 78 plus picks, and 177 plus pick. It's 5 games for Challengers. This is only if you're in Division 7 and below. And if you look at the Foot Champs rewards for comparison, it is not even close, guys. Foot Champs rewards are very clear. Once again, I will say this. If you think you're going to try to smurf down into Challengers, good luck, because once you get above Division 7, you cannot go back down. This checkpoint right here at the back of end of Division 6 is a checkpoint here that says losing matches does not drop you a stage. So you will not be able to ever go from Division 6 back down to Division 7 unless maybe at the season reset EA like knocks us down a division like they have done in previous times. So I wanted to mention that, but those Challengers rewards do not look that great, but it still is nice for those who want to get that kind of level up and get into Weekend League. Of course, we're all starting in lower divisions at this time of year as well. So it is nice to have that Challengers mode there, and it's nice to finally see the rewards for it. But as EA said, it is not as good as Foot Champs 100%. Now, speaking of things EA said, yesterday, they dropped a tweet that got a lot of hype because it's kind of crazy that they're facing one of the most criticized part of gameplay every single year, year in and year out, head on. They say, we're seeing your feedback coming in around kickoff goals. We're working on defensive positioning improvements that would take effect around kickoffs. Right now, we're targeting this update for early October. Technically, that starts today. Happy October. We'll let you know if anything changes. So, guys, they're saying that they're going to improve defensive positioning improvements around kickoffs. And that's, something that they've actually said in the past. I do remember previously in other years of this game that they have helped the defensive positioning in terms of kickoff when kickoff seems too OP. They're doing it again here, but they're communicating about it, and they're giving us a date of when this is going to be. This got a lot of positive feedback because this is great communication, and honestly just great to hear EA actually be actively working on this. So again, we wait and see when this is going to drop. Early October. I mean, in my guess, that's going to be sometime in the next 2 weeks, probably towards the end of that time period, then the earlier part of this. But that's so nice to have that communication, and so nice to see them tackling one of the issues that, I don't know, I feel like I've gotten used to it. I don't talk about, oh man, that was a kickoff goal as much. It's just, you notice it a whole lot in this game and in previous years' games. Really interested to see how that ends up panning out. But again, W communication from EA there. Now, other things EA did yesterday, this kind of goes on the not so good side of things, at least in my opinion, is those packs, those engagement reward packs that we thought we were getting just for logging into the game for 3 separate days. They ended up here in the store. Guys, the opening bell pack, you're seeing this pack because you completed the On Your Way Foundations objective. It gives the 3 rare gold player items and the 3 premium gold player packs. 50,000 coins, not worth it at all with coins. I was really talking about this in the stream yesterday, saying I was not going to buy this pack. Well, now that they gave out the 2,000 FC points, I am going to buy this pack. It is going to be part of the 2,000 points that we rip today on stream, getting some coins, because we'll talk about this in a second. This is a really decent value pack if you're opening it with those 2,000 FC points. With coins, I do not think it is great value. You could say, wait, Nate, did EA do this on purpose because they knew they were going to release the points? We'll never know. Technically, they told us the points were not supposed to be released today. But let's talk about that, guys, since we're already kind of getting into it. This is what, of course, the biggest surprise of the day is. EA dropped the second batch of the 2,000 FC points. If you guys got the Ultimate Edition, you're logging in today, you're seeing those points. Again, this is technically a mistake because as we learned in the launch update pitch notes at the start of the year this year, they said that we would get our 2,000 points on first login. So if we started on the early access date, September 19th, we would get a second release on October 19th and the third release on November 19th. It is not October 19th. The clock hit midnight, UK, October 1st, and these points were given out. So maybe this was the original date that they wanted to give these out. Then they changed the text here, but forgot to change it in game. I don't exactly know. However, it has happened and gone down. We have the points, and this is, of course, going crazy right now. Everybody's logging in today and seeing that they have points, but what's the best way to spend them? Originally, we were talking about spending these points in the season pass, which if you're able to hold strong and you don't need coins, that is probably the best place to spend these FC points, guys, because the season passes still look like they're going to be 1,000 points and 500,000 coins, and 500,000 coins is a lot. The next season pass is going to be in 20 something days, like 22, 23 days, I think, somewhere around that time frame. So saving 1,000 points for that would not be a bad idea, because probably the next season pass is going to be 500K again. So that's a very smart decision. Also, evolutions, if we start to get more paid ones, that's the smart way to spend these points. However, since it's still the first couple weeks of the game, you see points up there and you want to run to the store and you want to try to optimize those points that you got from your pre-order and turn those into coins. Now, if you're going to do that, I'm probably going to end up doing this today myself, because I would obviously like to get some more coins. I think this pack is a good one to start with because it gives you 3 packs inside of it. And technically, with this, you're getting 75,000 coins worth of packs. Those 3 premium gold player packs, they're all 25K packs, right? Those 25K packs in terms of FC points are right here in the store. Those are 350 FC points each. So right there, you times that by 3, that's over 1,000 FC points just for 3 of those packs. Normally in the promo pack section, you only have to pay 500 here, and you're getting 3 rare gold bonus on top of that. This is worth opening with those pre-order points. Now, after that, I would go to the classic pack, guys. Hit the 7.5K packs for only 150 points. Why? Because this is going to make you the most coins, like we talked about in the beginning days, the beginning weeks of the game. With those first 2,000 points, you're going to get the most quick sell value from opening 7.5K packs and quick selling all of the random stuff that you get in it. Here's my preview pack, right? With Brahim Diaz, with this David. Like, if I were to buy this pack, I'd be quick selling, maybe checking the values of the kits, but like quick selling the Deadeye, quick selling the kit here that probably doesn't sell, the stadium theme. You're going to be able to make, again, 20, 30, probably 30 to 40,000 coins from quick selling just about everything from opening those 7.5K packs and the packs for you here. And again, if you have not gotten this pack yet in your store, you have to complete the On Your Way Foundations objective, which does require a little bit of gameplay and some SBC completions. But the card you get from that is the Surge card, who's in my team. He's very good. And you get that pack show up in your store. I think that is worth going after to get that one. Now, let's talk about the market. What does this mean for the market? Because, guys, we had looked at prices all day yesterday, and we had seen things only go one way, and that was down, right? Gyökeres, I think, was maybe 200,000 coins on Sunday, and now what is he? Like 160,000 coins. Guys, this whole entire market is just been dropping, right? And it's all been because of the hero pack leak. Nobody's wanting to buy cards, and that means that prices have just kind of slid down in value over these last couple of days, because again, there's nobody wanting to go and buy cards. A lot of people bought on the weekend, prices went up a bunch, but now it's like, oh man, this market's kind of in a tumble again, right? Take a look at Salah. Salah was 490,000 coins, spiked up to 588, and then, you know, since Sunday, we've kind of just been going down. Market yesterday went down a lot, and right now, as you can see, when these FC points got given out at midnight, this Salah was around 514K. He's now 460. He is dropping like crazy. You want to see a card that's dropping like crazy? Ayos Perez, 6.6K. You know who also is 6K now? Ugo Ekitike. He's just right around 7,000 coins. The market is getting cooked even further because people are logging on and opening his 2,000 FC points on packs in the store. But that's what I think actually creates an opportunity to buy today. Let me explain why. We saw this happen earlier in the game, right? When the 2,000 FC points were given out upon initial release, we saw a really nice market rise. This is different because the market's already kind of established. Player prices are already there. But for some of the cards that people are still looking to upgrade to in their teams, making 30, 40,000 coins, maybe more than that if you get lucky with a couple of pack pulls today, is going to accelerate your coin balance, and you're going to be able to go and afford bigger and better players. Maybe it's a card like this Dumorne. Maybe it's a card like Gyökeres, or some of the players on this page here like Lamine Yamal, Florian Wirtz. Maybe it's Nico Williams, Nuno Mendes, De Jong. Some of the most hyped cards in the game are going to become more obtainable to a lot of people today from the pre-order points that are put out. And these cards are not going to get packed that much. That's why I think there's opportunity here. Coin injection to the market, and people are going to be going to upgrade their teams on these higher tier, at least middle to higher tier cards. I'm talking cards that are like 50K plus, because most people are going to be upgrading into these. And again, as we've been talking about, there's been so much panic and so much fear ahead of the hero pack. We were even saying this before the magical drop of these 2,000 FC points in the last 2 days. I was expecting today on Wednesday to be a good buy day after the hero pack released anyway, because once the hero pack releases, everybody sells their fodder that they invested in, they get coins, and the fear that the hero pack was creating would be gone. And then of course you've got Thursday division rivals rewards, which is of course a very expected market rise. And then you got the first weekend. There's a lot of demand for buying teams this weekend because of foot champs on Friday, and now challengers too, right? There's demand for everybody to buy teams this weekend. So I think today was going to be a good buy day regardless, but these FC points making the market drop has actually just made it an even better opportunity to pick up cards. So when is the best buying window is the next question. And again, what cards do you want to buy? I think you want to buy the highest rated, most expensive cards you possibly can. Icons, heroes, bit of a rocky situation. Heroes above 86 rated would probably be the place to go. But those rare cards I think are going to do good on the market starting later today into tomorrow, just because you're not going to have these guys packed as much, and these are the cards that people want for their teams. Again, look at Saliba. Remember, Saliba was 140,000 coins on Friday, jumped up to 160. His price has been very, very solid and stagnant all week long. He barely dropped until these FC points came out, and now he's down under 140,000 coins. So buy window number one will be early, like right after this video is dropping, early morning UK hours, or like late night NA. A lot of these cards are getting packed. People are waking up in the UK, in the EU today. They're seeing, I got FC points. They're going and spending on them. They're supplying the market, which is going to make some cards drop for a little bit. But then, of course, there's that coin injection, and I do think you could see some cards rise. I think the second buying window would be after the content drop today, after the hero pack drops, because then you're probably going to have, no matter where the market is at by the time we get to that point of the day, you're probably going to have a little bit of panic as people see the hero pack out. They want to go and get it done. They want to go buy the fodder maybe to go get the hero pack done, because if it is around the 75,000 coins or less mark, I do believe that is going to make some panic happen on the market. That could be another buying window, but I think you just got to buy today, whether it's early, whether it's later. Watch the cards that you want to pick up for your team and keep a close eye on them today, because there's going to be a couple different windows, I think, to buy. And then it's probably going to go up heading into tomorrow on Thursday and into Friday a little bit. Of course, dependent upon the leaks for sure. Now, I want to talk about fodder a quick second, especially as we talk about the hero pack, and we'll keep talking about the market a bit more. Fodder is down too because of the supply from the store. Like 86s were just down at 5.5K. If you invested in fodder, just remember, this is the first pack of the year, which fodder could potentially go higher for today. But I think there's two things you can do. Either you can sell it in the hype. Let's say if you bought 87s, you bought down here at like 6.5K, or maybe even right at 7,000 coins. These cards went all the way to 8,000 yesterday before dropping down to 7 where they are now. Not down that much, to be completely honest. You can either sell in the hype of the hero SBC today and take the safe cash, the no risk money, or you could sell or enlist it an hour before content so that your cards are coming to, the great lazy buying selling, which is going to happen right when the SBC drops. If you list an hour before content, your cards will be, expiring right when the SBC drops, and people are going to buy these cards. You could sell right after the SBC drops, and you could see a bit of a spike there in prices. I think prices of fodder, if the hero SBC is 60 to 75,000 coins, will go up for at least an hour, maybe shorter than that, but for a little bit of time, there's going to be a lot of buying because that's a pretty cheap hero SBC. And then I think after that, it may go down because there's a lot of people invested here. So we'll be very careful in watching that. It could go up and stay up as well, but to be safe in this sort of situation, selling in the hype is a decent idea, or selling in that first hour after the SBC is a decent idea as well for that hero pack today. And this is the big main attraction today, guys, because this is what, again, we've been waiting for, watching for in the last couple of days. It all comes down to the price and the fun of it. Is it that 75,000 coin price range? If it is, I will be doing it. I've got some fodder in the club. The cards here look absolutely worth doing. But like we said, again, there shouldn't be too much panic after this, because after this, it looks like rivals rewards, smooth sailing into Friday. of course, depending on the other leaks that we may have. Now, speaking of other cards you could be trading today in the panic, heroes, because of course these have been sold off a lot. Look at Alawarin, 440,000 coins. Govu's 340. I sold him for like 450 or 60k over the weekend. That card is down a lot. These cards could also be great to pick up today. The higher tier ones, the ones that are not going to get packed as much in this SBC pack, you could pick those up pre-SBC or maybe right after it drops and sell them hopefully later in the nighttime for a rise as well. This is going to be a very popular place to be trading today or to be picking up cards for your team. So I do think that's where the market is kind of going to be revolving today. It's going to be revolving around the FC points early and people opening those. And then also, you know, the hero pack there. I will say this. I'm mentioning cards to buy. We're talking about higher rated like Vitinha. This Alvarez, he didn't get into team of the week. A lot of people think that Alvarez is going to be in the promo team. I think this myself too. They think he's going to be in the promo team this Friday for team 2 of this promo of Cornerstones because he didn't get into team of the week with the crazy game that he had, the crazy week that he had for Atletico Madrid, right? This card went yesterday from 90k now down to 75,000 coins. If he's getting in the promo team, he will still be out of packs. People will invest in this and his price could go up. That's one thing. If you want to risk it on that, you could, but just stay away from the low tier guys, or at least if you're going to invest in the low tier, get on bids and just make sure you're getting prices and watch the market very closely. A card like Chiesa, you're not going to drop from 8k, almost 8k down to 4,000 coins and not go back up a little bit. But again, people are graduating on from these types of cards. This is why in the early stages of the game, we said keep or sell, right? You're selling those types of cards. You're keeping these types of cards. I actually just picked up a couple of Gyökeres at 150k. Maybe I bought too early, but I'm about to go to sleep after this and I'm not down to wait. But I saw this. He was 220k Friday night, and he was 200k for most of the week. He's still one of the most hyped strikers in the game. I could not buy him for under 160,000 coins. I also picked up some Vitinhas right around 68k on bid. Guys, bids are going to be great today. If you're on the market early, bids. Get on those for any sort of card because there's going to be so many of those store packs open with the 2,000 FC points. So stay away from the lower tier, 84 rated and below. I'd be very careful with. Even look at a guy like Marmoush. He is now at only 2,000 coins. He has tanked. That card is gone from his 80k days. He's not going back there. Could he go back up to like 25 to 27? Maybe. But the safest buys are the higher rated cards that most people are looking to upgrade to in their teams. Remember that right now, a lot of people are hyped for Claudia Pina. Watch those Barca players. Watch those out of packs cards and these cornerstones as well. This may be the lowest point for these cornerstones cards because they're not going to get supplied much at division rivals rewards. Bruno's down a lot. Renard is very low as well. Di Lorenzo's only 85,000 coins. Toliso's 38k. He was 50 all day yesterday. That's crazy. Like some of these cards may be investable as team of the week 2 would be as well. Pulisic, 200k flat. These cards finally got some supply. That's the lowest I've seen. Militao. Everybody needs to buy an Ansu Fati as close to discard price as they can and put that in the club for evolutions because that card, especially when Pogba gets a good evo. You imagine that card linking to Pogba? Ooh, that's going to be a very hyped card for evolutions too. That is a great discard inform investment. I think stocking an Anton Stack, a Pellegrini, let's see who else. Maybe a Dennis Bouanga because of the links to Shunmin Sun and only 82 rated. Also a Raum. This team of the week too looks very good, I think, for club stock investments for the cheap cards. Fati, Raum, Bouanga, Pellegrini, Stack, Rulli. All those look great to stock in the club for me for future evos. Gabby Vega maybe too. Future evos or just for potential cards that people would use in their teams in the next couple of weeks. Now, we got to cover a little bit more content. We talked a lot about the market today as we said that we would. A couple more things that are coming today. Excuse me. Speaking of team of the week, this is the team of the week that we're moving into today, guys, and it might be the worst I've seen ever. Like, in all the years of FIFA, I don't know if there's been a worse team of the week. Lavelle and Stanway are the biggest names in this team of the week. Koke is in. Lamer is in. Those cards might not be bad. Ismail Yassar with a very deserved team of the week as well. Let's actually zoom in on this so we can see it a little bit better. Monday, there's not terrible cards in here, but like Gravenberch, Adair Militao, Christian Pulisic, Joao Felix in this last week, and we go to this. Holy smokes. Now, I will say, maybe the best part of investing in this team of the week will be getting on the low budget investments for some of the cards, even like Koke. Like, this could be a card that actually would go up in price. This is something that's Very good to watch. Rare golds are not as good as common golds, but you might as well just buy 1 or 2 of them at 650 and put them in the club. If we get an SBC that requires a lot of chemistry, Atletico Madrid links and those Spanish links could actually go up for his base rare gold card, and he could rise. Maybe Stanway's gold card could be an investment. I think some of these are silver base cards as well. Igor Thiago is a common gold, stuff like that. Salamakers as well. Those could be like low budget, cheap investments if you get those at really low prices today with the supply from the 2000 FC point packs that are out. But that team of the week looks absolutely woeful. We still have leaked SBCs, by the way, for Bowen, the World Tour card. Alyssa Thompson is an SBC. Could have one of those today on the game as well. And there's no Evo leaked, but we could have an evolution and to drop today in game. And I think there could be Evo leaks. We're getting close to Team 2 of Cornerstone, so that's something to kind of keep a watch on, would be evolution leaks for this upcoming weekend. So keep an eye on those for Twitter and stuff like that today. This is the last thing. Premier League Player of the Month official nominees. This is one of the reasons why 88 and 89 rated fodder was moving yesterday. Haaland has probably got this award on lock. Now, the actual voting, if we go on POTM here, is not actually out yet. If we go on the POTM website, Liga F and La Liga, the voting is closed. We're waiting on, is it going to be Mbappe? Is it going to be Claudia Pina? And we'll see if EA drop SBCs for Mbappe. For Pina, it would make sense if they would, but we're still waiting on those leaks, so watch out for those. The Premier League voting is not open yet, so this is a leak, but Haaland's probably going to win it. If they were to release a Haaland Player of the Month, which I think they actually would, because his gold card's only 140,000 coins now, his inform's only 516k as well. If they would release a Haaland Player of the Month, let's say he wins this award, next week we get the SBC, I bet it would be a 91 rated Haaland with the same playstyle plus, and just slightly different stats. They did that a lot with some of the higher rated Player of the Month cards that won last year in those awards. They would keep them the same rating as their highest rated card, just change a couple of stats, and then make the price around what this card would be. So a 500,000 coin Erling Haaland SBC could be incoming, and that could be a fodder investment a little bit later on. But, you know, for the high rated parts of fodder right now, Mbappe is really what determines how these cards move. Claudia Pina as well for the 87, 88, 89, and Rodri is a 90 rated. Am I investing in those right now? No. Am I a big fodder investor in general? No. We'll see what happens with that situation, because if it looks like it will become investable, if those prices drop and we are going to get one of those SBCs, then we'll invest. Or if the prices drop because we're not getting Mbappe or Pina and we end up getting Haaland next week, that could still be an investment opportunity. So we will keep a close eye on that there. But that's probably all the news that we have right now, guys. There's probably going to be more today as you're waking up watching this video. But the one thing I wanted to get across today is it might be a good time to buy top tier, upper tier types of players and get those teams built out for foot champs sometime today, because I think before we get tomorrow on Thursday, you're going to see some prices rise. This Mohamed Salah price to me is wild. Wild. 450,000 coins, man, when he was 600 plus Friday night. I don't think he's maybe going back to 600 plus, but at least 550. Golly, dude. All right, let's hope this market goes up today, guys. Hopefully, you know, you're watching this and you're seeing prices rise and not prices fall, because that's, you know, way better. But once again, get on bids. I've won these two Caicedos both for 30,000 coins flat. So easy bid profit right there if you can get on those bids. And good luck with your trades and buys today. And we will be talking about the market all day today in the Twitch stream and opening up hero packs. That link is down below in the description, or you can come back here to YouTube. We'll be live here as well. What a day, guys. Let me know what you're going to do with your 2,000 FC points as well. And I will see you in the stream today. Have a good Wednesday. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you later. Peace out.